Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, we are in a constitutional crisis. Make no mistake about it. Yes, the National Security Advisor, Michael Flynn, resigned. Yes, he should have resigned. But he is just the tip of the iceberg. A glacier of Russian interference is plaguing our country right now. In his resignation letter, General Flynn wrote, quote, "I have always performed my duties with the utmost of integrity and honesty to those I have served, to include the President of the United States," unquote. I believe General Flynn. I believe he did precisely what the President of the United States asked him to do. General Flynn is a military man. He is accustomed to the chain of command. He did not do anything that he was not asked to do. He was not a rogue agent, but had the complete knowledge and cooperation of his commander-in-chief. We've all heard Donald Trump boast of how smart he is and how he calls his own shots. Why then should we believe that when it comes to national security, he prefers to be kept in the dark? A president can't be both in charge and out of the loop. The only way we can ever hope to know what happened is if there is a thorough investigation. I believe it should be an independent investigation, independent commission. But if we're going to go down the route of having it be a congressional investigation, then it needs to be a comprehensive investigation, and one that has the resources to do the job. I'm calling on Chairman Nunes of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence to schedule hearings immediately. We heard 14 hours of testimony from Secretary Clinton about her emails. I think we can agree that foreign infiltration of our government at the highest level is at least as important as using a private email server. Especially, I might add, when President Trump and his team used unencrypted cell phones during their North Korea strategy session at Mar-a-Lago in a dining room with many other guests. And today, an active duty four-star general said publicly that our government, quote, continues to be in unbelievable turmoil, unquote. And that he hopes, quote, they sort it out soon because we are a nation at war. As a commander, I am concerned our government be as stable as possible. It is critical that Congress takes heed of this unprecedented public warning and act. I'm well aware this is a partisan institution. I also know that there have been times in our proud history in the United States Congress when members have pushed partisanship aside in search of the truth. The Warren Commission, following the assassination of President Kennedy, is one example. The 9/11 Commission, after the terrorist attacks in 2011, is another. In the Senate, at least 3 Republicans have directly called for investigations into this matter, and several more have acknowledged that these questions must be answered. When I wonder, one House Republican member come forward and say, we must investigate. Colleagues, I urge you to think this through. Vladimir Putin ordered agents to meddle in our election. Did he do it out of love for Mr. Trump? I doubt it. More likely he did it so he can do to a democracy what we and our allies did to communism, send it to the ash heap of history. If America's elections can be hacked, what chance is it for budding democracies to make it? Don't believe me. Look at what Putin has done in just 3 weeks of this new administration. He had government agents poisoned. He sent a political rival to prison. He sent $12 million to Marine Le Pen, the far-right candidate for president of France. His latest move was to launch a cruise missile that is in direct defiance of treaties. Putin's Russia is playing chicken with President Trump. And what is our president's response? A tweet complaining about leaks within his administration, and according to the latest reports, pressuring the Prime Minister of Japan to forge closer relations with Russia. President Trump's bromance is dangerous. It undermines our democracy, and it is destabilizing the globe. What does Putin have on President Trump? What does President Trump owe Putin? We will not know until we exercise this U.S. Code Section 6103. A vote was taken place in Ways and Means yesterday by a totally partisan vote. We deserve to know what his tax return shows us. We deserve the truth.